Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft Ideas. This time we're gonna look at some smaller builds. So we descended from the big airships and big windmills to something smaller like a car. That's right, I gave all these cars a small little environment to place them in. So we somewhat know what I was thinking about when building one of these. But first things first, we got the first blue little car. It's a very simple design, as you normally have with cars. It's a lot of random blocks that you can find, and then you mix them all together, and then you got a car. See, just an idea that. So the wheels here are made out of upside down deep slate tiles, connected with a waxed copper door for the tires. And then on the front we got the auto crafter for the bumper or whatever. I'm not really a car person, so I'm just for the front part that you have for the car. And then you have the warp sign with an item frame behind it with the ochre frog light for the headlamps. And for the top part, just add a waxed oxidized copper trapdoor on top of it, or you can use the warped trapdoor instead. But I like the copper for this. It gives more of a metallic feel to it, which you absolutely want for a car. Then the sides, well, the middle part mostly, like the body itself, is cyan concrete, but if you want to use any other color you can do that, but just make sure to switch out the warp stairs for the different color as well, and maybe you use a normal wax copper trapdoor instead of a oxidized one. Then for the bottom part I use dark oak trapdoors, but again you're free to use whatever trapdoor you want. It's just something I use, so we can just use any trapdoor down here. And on the back it's the same thing basically at the front, so the double stairs, and the double stair at the bottom for the wheel as well. So I missed the trapdoor there, but that's right. So it's the same thing, except that you use the redstone instead of the frog light, or like the backlights which you normally have. Then for the middle part, use some glass panes connected with wither skeleton skulls, and you need a devex stick for them to connect. If you don't want to do that, I suppose you can use iron bars instead, and that works fine as well in my opinion. Or you can just pretend that they're connected while they're actually floating. But you can use iron bars, that works fine too. Then back here I used black concrete, which makes it look like there's nobody inside of the car. And on top of that I used some layered snow to give some more depth to the roofing itself, and some daylight detectors. Get more of a car metallic feel to it, I guess. And a wall for the middle area. You can also add fences instead of the wall. I think fences don't connect to glass, that's why I used the wall instead. And then on the back just another glass block and 2 glass panes, and that's pretty much it. That's the entire car. So this is the perfect car. You can use it in a forest or a swamp, or maybe more of a rural area where you need 1 or 2 cheap models. Next up we got the same model as before, like that car over there, but this one is more of a broken down car. It's a car that has been here in the forest for a very long time, and it became very rusty and very broken, as you can tell by all of the brownish blocks, as with the exposed cut copper stairs, which look like they're very rusted and very, well, dirty looking, but also jungle stairs and granite slabs to make it look more like a very broken down car. You could use only the oxidized copper for the entire build, but honestly I feel like this one does it more justice, and it's so much more chaotic and so much more broken looking than if it was just purely made of oxidized copper. It would look a little bit too clean, I would say. Adding moss carpet on top of it makes it look more overgrown, and using some moss blocks and grass blocks on top of it adds to that effect as well. You can use big drip leaves to give more plants to it, but you can also use flowers or just grass itself or the azalea, and it all works fine. To add some more broken part, you can use pottery, has maybe like a window that fell down, or if you have invisible item frames you can add glass on the floor. If you don't, then well, you can do it like me over here with the normal item frames and just add glass on top of that. Now the build itself, the wheels are made out of just normal trapdoors connected to slabs. You can also use stairs if you don't like the slabs, but it works fine in my opinion. Then you can use either trapdoors or slabs or just mix it up. I think I mix it up a little bit. Yeah, so over here I use more slabs, on the other side I use trapdoors. You don't want to have it like unified by using either only slabs or either only using trapdoors. You want to use both so it looks more broken. Then for the headlamps in the front, you'll notice that one is yellow and the other is white. That's because I want to show that one of them is broken and the other one is still very much intact. Same thing with the side mirrors, since there's a pottery down here, and just like over here you got like the glass pane, which makes it look like this side is still fine, but this one is broken because the glass pane there on the floor. You're gonna probably use the same method kinda as the one over there, so the shape is very similar, but I use trapdoors for maybe an open trunk you want to have in the back. And then of course I use one backlight here and none over here. The fun thing about these kind of cars is that you can just do whatever with them and it will always look intentional. It will never look odd because you can always say, give it an excuse of like, oh no, it's meant to be like that, it's meant to be broken, so of course it's gonna look odd. Well, maybe you just forgot to place a block. It's a very good excuse. Oh yeah, so again, this car is wonderfully placed in more of an outdoor area, maybe like in a forest or maybe an abandoned like camping site. And for next car we go to more of a modern city, and this is a very fancy looking long car, more of those what's it called, the lowrider, I would say. I think that's the right term, like the lowriders that you see a lot in old American movies where they like go up and down the car. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But this car it's very thin, but that's what you want to have. It's mainly made with stairs and slabs, and just stairs rotated around and rotated against the car itself. And slabs like placed up there and slabs placed down there. It's just like playing around with the shapes, make it feel nice. Always make sure that you got some holes for the wheels. In this case the wheels are made by black concrete, item frame and grey stained glass pane. And in the middle of it you'll notice some lodestones to give it some more of an engine feel in the back there, and put some trapdoors on top of it. It will look like a made exhaust or whatever. And on the front I used the looms, which looks absolutely amazing for a car, as the front of the car might sometimes look like the grid pattern that you have with the looms. Don't like the top part of it, you can also put trapdoor on it, but I think it looks fine. Then the back of the car is nothing special really, it's just some more slabs and trapdoors and some stairs against the back here, and then two backlights which are of redstone blocks. The levers are, well, I don't really know, that's more of like a creative thing that I use because I didn't really like how the car looked without it. It looks like very flat. It looks like it's missing something. I still feel like it's missing something small. Some like small little detail that I didn't figure out yet. But I can't really put my finger on it. I know maybe someone like can point it out. So yeah, this car is a wonderfully placed in a modern city or maybe on the driveway somewhere of like a big luxury house. And next up, this one is more of a advanced car. It's more of a truck, to be honest. So yeah, a truck is a lot more work than a normal car. As with a normal car, you have your basic shape that you can do, and then you just go on from there. With a truck, you also have your basic shape, but there's like two basic shapes. You got like the front part, and then you got the back part, and then you also need to connect them without it looking odd. So this is clearly a truck that works as a transportation for all the dirt you got over here. So this truck is looking kind of dirty here and there, but it's not too dirty as it gets taken care of. So the build of the truck itself, where to start, right? Let's just take it layer by layer. Let's start with the bottom layer. So we got the wheels here, which is black concrete. Then you got an item frame with another black concrete in it, and then there's a banner. So for the banner pattern, you use a loom, and you start with a white banner, and then you use gray dye for the brick patterns that you got over here. There we go. Then you use it again. And then you go down here for the border pattern, you would say. And you add that. And last but not least, you go toward the horizontal stripe to the middle of the banner, and you take that. And then you got the same banner. Well, I used a dark gray this time. but you can use light gray or dark, I don't think it matters. So yeah, then you got that banner and can place it on top of it. Then you got yourself your wheels. And from there on out, well, it depends on the front part. On the back here I used to hoppers. I think I did the same over there. I also used 2 hoppers to connect the wheels, yes. And then you go up, and in this case I used 2 observers with fences on top of it, and on top of that I used the looms as I did before with the Lowrider. And placed on that door on top of that. In the front you can also add some lighting, and then you go one side on each end to do the wheel protectors and put the banner down there for more protecting. Alright, from there on out you just go backwards here with all of the dark oak blocks. I think I used slab because I didn't know how thick I wanted it to have, but you can use blocks instead. Then you have 3 blocks here with 2 blocks and 1 stair in the middle. And on top you use 2 paints with 2 iron bars here and 2 cloth blocks. And on top of that you just add some carpet. Then on the side you want to add 2 slabs right on top of each other here of the stone bricks. And a little wall on top of it for maybe an exhaust. Next to it a trapdoor and some dark oak fence gate connected to that, as it made it look like a stair that you climb to enter your truck, which you can't enter because of the iron bars, but maybe you can like this if you parkour a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Nope, still can't get there. But it's just all make-believe, right? So anyway, that's what you can do, and then you can use the tripwire hook for a door handle. Then flip that to the other side and get the same thing. Below the truck itself you add an entire row of nether brick slabs all the way to the back here, and then you use 2 hoppers connected to the wood here, as it serves as a connection with the trailer on the back. And here you can have another chimney, I guess, for the exhaust. For the truck here, and you just add a slab all the way across, and then you have nether brick stairs that you can just place over here, and then you go all the way around and use slabs to, well, fill it up in the middle. You can see over here these are slabs as well. And then you got your bottom part here, and then you can add white chokers on top of it or any colored silver that you want. And the nice thing about this method is that it doesn't connect with the exhaust pipe, so it looks still separated. Optional thing you can do is add trapdoors or slabs on top of these, or the redstone lamps, whatever you want, to be honest. Then you got the floating thingy, and then you work downwards. You just fill it up with whatever block you want. Just make sure that you still have your hoppers connected to your wheels, and maybe add some furnace on top of it to make it look more car-like. And then on the other blocks that you put in between them doesn't really matter in my opinion. It's whatever you like the most. Just know that you can add some smooth stone slabs on the side. Sometimes you see trucks having that. I think it's the fuel. I'm not quite sure if that's like where you store the gasoline. Again, I'm not a car person, so I don't know these things. And yeah, that's most of the things. Like all the other stuff is just like the banners that you can add to protect the wheels. The same thing with the andesite slabs here, it's just a wheel protection. And of course the backlight here. And once you've done that, you should have made yourself a pretty nice looking truck. And there you have it. Those were 4 of my car designs. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you got some inspiration from this video. And I also hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.